Well, as you can see, sometimes it's just easier to do it the easy way. Sometimes it's a matter of money, time, travel, expense, or know-how. I'll be quite frank, the very first kit I did was one of the steeping grains, or possibly I don't know, some people call it partial, some people call it steeping grains, or just full boil, or what have you. That was my stout, and it's come along quite nicely after it's aged a little bit. It's a really good drink. I have about a case left, not quite a case left in the fridge, that I'm going to be just testing throughout the next couple of months to see how it changes. Predominantly because I'm just curious. It is a type of beer that I would only drink with a meal. It's a little bit on the heavy side for me. I do like a little bit lighter taste, etc., which is probably why I really liked the lager that I did. Unfortunately, y'all didn't get to see that video because when I took it, I managed to make an absolute mess out of the sugar. Yeah. So anyway, April Fools on the actually doing the expansive kit again. I do have a brown sugar style kit. It's an all malt kit with some brown sugar as fermentables as well, and it has steeping grains and crystal grains as well. So it ought to be an interesting one when I actually do have the time to do it. And when I say I have the time to do it, which means that A, I have to go through and clean up the kitchen after the rest of the family. B, I have to get rid of the rest of the family for long enough to actually do it because they can't stand the smell of me making a partial steeping kit, because you spend that 30 minutes in the middle with everything just kind of bubbling, well, not really bubbling away, but steaming away on top of the stove. And they don't like the smell of hops, evidently. So they only let me do the expansive kits at certain times. All grain. I might try it one day, providing I can actually figure out a way to do the mash without buying all that equipment. I'd like to see what it tastes like, etc. Just give it a shot. See if it's worth my time and trouble to go through. I probably won't be an all grain person. I like taking something, adding to it, yes. When I cook, I'm not a scratch chef half the time. Well, I do know how to make, say, a spaghetti sauce from scratch, but I also know how to take half of the work out of it and use something from a bottle and then doctor it from there. That's another thing that the all grains versus concentrates go on about over and over again is you can't adjust it. Well, what the hell says you can't adjust it? Say you like the base of the Cooper's kit. It tastes really good and you want to add a little bit to it. Well, you can add hops to it. There's nothing stopping you. You can add more malt, liquid or standard. You could add steeping grains to it. There's no reason why you can't adjust the recipe. Just because you want a stable starting point does not make it anything less of a experiment, and that's all what we all run. Admit it, folks. We're not making beer. We're doing experiments. Okay, we just happen to like to drink our experiments. But as far as anyone who goes and, well, what can I say? If you're going to sit there and say that Cooper's taste like piss in a can, quite frankly, I think Budweiser and Busch and all the other canned, bottled, what have you, store-bought stuff tastes like crap. I am not referring to that 0.9% of microbreweries out there, the specialty shops, the specialty brews, etc., the ones that actually still give a damn. I'm just talking about the mainstreams, okay? So that's what I have to say about that. And I am pooped. I had to haul the big 5-gallon bucket back into the room here. And for you folks out there who noticed a blatant absence of me adding yeast to the bucket, I did pop the lid off, add the yeast, and give it a good stir before I brought it in here. But I'd already pulled the camera down, so I didn't record it. Yes, I actually forgot to put the yeast in, so I did it even when I lined everything up in a nice, neat little row, I still managed to miss something. But just so y'all can see where I normally stow my brew. Let's see, everything's at a tilt. Let's see if I get this straight. There it is over there. The temperature is a little warm to the touch, not hot, so it's at the right temp to at least get things going. The house is a bit on the fluctuation style side. It normally stays at about 75 to 85 degrees in the house. A little bit hotter in my room from time to time. So this should be a pretty vigorous fermentation. The amount of sugar I put in was roughly 6 cups, 5 to 6 cups. The stuff is so powdery, it's a little hard to do it. So I went in and put in about 6-ish cups, I would say. I did take a specific gravity. I marked it, and I will see what the gravity comes out to afterwards and do the math if I can figure it out. That's about it. As far, again, as the people out there who are all grain, here's something for you. What kind of computer are you using right now? Huh? I ain't gonna show you the bottom of that machine. It's all to my machine. All home done. Quad core, 4 gig of RAM, high-end motherboard, NVIDIA. It's a 680i series, but I picked that one specifically for the processor, and 2 8600 GTXs, 512 meg each. The cards are the system is about 2 years old now, so rewind your clocks a little bit when you base your statements. I'm about to do some video card upgrades if I can get the money for it. I'm lacking hard drive space. Combined with all the drives in the system, I have about 800 gig. But I would like a couple terabyte drives. That would be nice. So why do you people go out there and buy a computer from the store, huh? Think about that for a minute. Bye.